morning, everyone. Welcome to the Frenzy. We are into November now.
Really?
Yes, I know.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
No.
And that means state playoffs are close, really close. The next 2 weeks, all about locking up good seeding for the state playoffs and also winning region titles.
Didn't we just kick off the season anyway? Savannah Country Day is one of those teams. The Hornets, undefeated, have already have a big win over rival Savannah Christian under their belts, and tonight they did battle with another rival, Calvary Day.
That's right, and the Cavs putting up a fight to protect their home field tonight as the team has yet to lose a game at home. On Hornets' first drive, Barry Kleinpeter fakes, but in comes Calvary Day's Casey Ricks for the big sack. 2 plays later, Kleinpeter looking for an option, but taken down again by the Cavaliers. How about Fuchs Lewis with the second big quarterback sack? Hornets can't score on their first drive, so Cavs working now. Thomas Carver tosses a beauty up to wide open Caleb Park, who takes it to the house untouched. Calvary Day on the board first, 7-0. Savannah Country Day wasting no time. Kleinpeter with the rocket to Eric Brown, who gets a wide open lane to the end zone to tie the game at 7. Next Cavs drive, the home team responds. Carver connecting with Greg Daniel in the end zone. Calvary Day goes up 14-7 before the half, but that would be all the Cavs do. The Hornets run away with this ball game in the second half to win 49-14 to keep their undefeated streak alive. Over at Memorial Stadium, Savannah High celebrating homecoming. A lot of alumni out as the Blue Jackets take on the Island Sharks. Out of the half and down 22-0. Blue Jackets trying to get something going. However, Sharks defense lights out. Savannah High continue to work down the field on the 4th down. Blue Jackets go for it. Jaquasis Gary with the beauty to Jasheem Bratton for the touchdown. Savannah High gets on the board, score now 22-7. Islands respond here. Jaden Adams with the handoff, and there's no stopping him. Islands pull away with a 48-6 victory. The Sharks are now 3-4 in Region 3 AAA.
In Fuller, New Hampstead and Ware County facing off in Region 2 5A battle now on the Phoenix first possession. Jamel Coast Jr. finds running room off left tackle. He races 66 yards before Kevin Weatherspoon hauls him down from behind at the 10-yard line. But on the next play, the handoff is mishandled and is on the ground. After a scramble for the loose ball, Ladera Castellanos comes up with it for the Gators, and they were in business. New Hampstead gets the ball back, but this pass is picked off by Prince Alston for Ware County, and he returns it down the near sideline all the way to the 2-yard line. On the next play, Cree Jones dives in from 2 yards out. It was 7-0 Gators. Their fans were really enjoying that lead. Moments later, the Gators back in business, and Thomas Castellanos, he gets the call, and the sophomore races 23 yards to make it 14-0. Ware County takes the win 34-6 and are now 3-0 in the region play, while the Phoenix fall to 0-3. Meanwhile, in Garden City, Windsor Forest is leading Johnson 27-0 at halftime. In the third quarter, the Adams Smashers are threatening, but Cavante Legree with a sack for a 10-yard loss on the play. Getting the ball back, the Knights call on Michael Caballero, and he finds a huge hole and races 43 yards into Smasher territory at the 41. On the next play, Caballero picks his way through the defense for 31 yards to the 10-yard line, and the Knights were threatening once again. Devon Howard, he finishes the drive, finding a hole and keeping the ball for the touchdown to make it 33-0. And Windsor Forest runs away to a 45-0 victory to improve to 4-4 in Region 3 AAA, and will face Islands next week in the final regular season game.
Let's head over to Effingham County. The Rebels out in full force as the team hosts Glenn Academy. Rebels quarterback Zach Garcia with the handoff to Tyler Boone. He gets a nice gain for his team. No score on the drive, so now it's Glenn Academy's turn. Terrors Jaden Drayton gets down the field for his team. Terrors go to Drayton again. He was the man tonight, but this time Rebels starting to catch on. A tackle for loss by Effingham County. A big gang of Effingham County defenders there, and Drayton once again going for the Terrors. And there he goes with another big gainer. Glenn Academy will then cap that off, finding the end zone. This time they're going to go to Nolan Grant. He does the honors. Effingham County tried to get something going. Quarterback Zach Garcia would then get the nice pass to Desmond House for the nice gain. That's coming up next here, but it really wasn't enough as Glenn Academy, they would rout the Rebels 35-10, the final. And swinging over to South Effingham, the Mustangs hosting the Statesboro Blue Devils. Mustangs gonna give it to Rocco Griffin here. He gets through traffic. How about that gain for the Mustangs? Again, here deep in the pocket, it's gonna be a loose ball. Taylor Jackson recovers. He's able to get it up in the air just in time to recover. Blue Devils on the move now. Drake Horton with the handoff to Jordan Lovett. Can't find an open lane and taken down by the Rebels. This game back and forth the entire evening. Statesboro goes on top to top South Effingham 40-34. And still plenty more games to get to here on the Frenzy. Coming up after the break, we'll catch up with the big guy Frank Slakowski in Metter tonight as the Tigers battle Vidalia.
We'll also head over to the Low Country where rivals were colliding on Hilton Head Island. You're watching the Frenzy. Stick around.
Welcome back to the Frenzy. Last night, the big guy was up in Boone for a big-time college football game as Georgia Southern, who had defeated 20th ranked Appalachian State, and now tonight,
Frank made a trip to Metter for a big-time clash between the Tigers and the Vidalia Indians.
Region 2 AA, surprise of the night, Jeff Davis knocking off Swainsboro, meaning the winner of Metter and Vidalia still in the hunt for the region crown. Tigers on the move early. Ahmad Collins with the nice pickup for the home team. Very next play, it's Collins getting the call again. This time he's in for the touchdown. It was 7-0 Metter. Vidalia looking to respond. James Outler, he's got the tough run for an Indian first down. Seconds later, quarterback Mark Wardlaw on the keeper. He's going to keep the drive alive, but the Indians, they're going to have to settle on the field goal, and that would prove to be the only points they would score in this one. Metter defense tough. Tigers picking up the 21-3 win over Vidalia. Meanwhile, at the Pecan Grove in Claxton, Savannah Christian visiting the Tigers. Late in the first half, the Raiders going to take a 21-9 lead on the touchdown pass from Spencer Robichaux to Big 22 member Marquell Brown. Second half, the Raider defense looking to preserve that lead. Cam Powell with the big-time sack. Savannah Christian, they're going to add to their lead late in the fourth quarter. Connor Graham with the line drive field goal, and that's good for 3. It was 24-12, but Claxton, they're not going away. They're going to respond just a minute or two later. Karan Taylor with the touchdown run with the point after. It was 24-19. Tigers would have a shot late, 2 minutes left, end the ball, but on fourth down, the Raider defense going to force the incompletion, and that's going to do it. Savannah Christian escapes the Pecan Grove with the 24-19 victory. Frank Solkowski, WJCL 22 News.
All right, thanks so much, Frank. And from Georgia, we head over to South Carolina now.
That's where Dave Williams was taking in a trifecta tonight, including the Bridge Bowl. Dave, what do you have?
Well, we got some pretty good football, a couple of rivalry games tonight in the Low Country. We will get to the Hilton Head Christian and Hilton Head Prep in just a second. First, it was that before-mentioned Bridge Bowl, Bluffton visiting Hilton Head. And for the South Carolina schools, this marks the end of the regular season. Playoff seeding on the line in this one. The Seahawks were already down 7-0 in this game, but they go to work. Number 5 has the ball. I would love to tell you who number 5 is, but he's not on the roster. But he knows who he is, so he takes the handoff, breaks free, and he's going down to the Bluffton 5-yard line. After a penalty moved it closer, quarterback Gaston Moore sneaks it into the end zone for the score. The PAT was blocked, and Bluffton still led 7-6. Hilton Head, though, would take the lead for good later in the second quarter. Check out the athleticism by Gaston Moore. Escapes the pressure, heaves it downfield to Evan Elliott. He finds his way into the payoff pasture. 12-7 Hilton Head. Moore would then show even more athleticism on the two-point conversion coming out. He will roll out here, and he'll hit Bradley Morris for the conversion. 14-7 Hilton Head. At that point, they were going to win and secure the second seed in the region with a 28-10 win. Meanwhile, over at May River, the region championship at stake as the Sharks welcome Wade Hampton to the Shark Tank. May River led 17-14 in the third, but the Red Devils quarterback Quayshawn Williams changes that. He's headed to the payoff pasture. The PAT block. Wade Hampton led 20-17 on their next possession. Wade Hampton rolling again. Deshario Williams with a tough power running inside to the 10. Williams would then finish it off on the very next play. He's into the payoff pasture. Wade Hampton's lead was 27-17, but May River wouldn't go quietly in this one. They respond on their next possession. Quarterback Ahmad Green displaying some remarkable athleticism, looking like he's going to be sacked, only to break free and find plenty of green grass ahead. Each touchdown bound, cutting the Wade Hampton lead to 27-24. It's as close as they got. Wade Hampton takes the region crown 33-24. And we wrap things up back over on Hilton Head with Hilton Head Christian hosting Hilton Head Prep, wrapping up their regular season. And the fireworks started the opening kickoff in this one is Tommy Stauffer. Fields it for the Dolphins. He had a punt return for a touchdown last week. He will go 55 yards on this one into Eagle territory. However, nothing would become of that possession. But Hilton Head Prep does make something of their next possession. Stone McDonald airs it out and finds Tyrone Callaway in the end zone for the score and a 7-0 Prep lead. That lead, though, lasted about a nanosecond because Jace Blackshear fields the ensuing kickoff, and he will find the seam, and no one's going to catch him. He's headed to the happy hunting ground to tie the game up at 7 apiece. It was all Eagles from there as Hilton Head Christian rolls on to the 43-19 victory to claim the top spot in the region.
All right, thanks so much, Dave. And still to come, we'll take a look back at a couple games played Thursday night. You're watching The Frenzy. Stick around.